getting ahead of her. But once again, but okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves again. Yes, this game was a major part of my childhood. We had the first Contra. My best friend had Super C. Fuck it. But there is one drawback. Unlike the previous game... Which, for a quick bit of context, which you should probably keep in mind, Super Contra came out before the original NES port. Fuck it. Now, to be a little more specific, the game only has 5 stages. And 3 of them, I can't count. But the power-ups do have another special ability. If you can pick up 2 of them... Fuck it. Man, I can't believe I actually beat this game in the arcade once. It took me many tries over an extended period of time, and on the day I beat it, it definitely took like an entire day. I remember the power went out, so I went to an arcade that also happened to be a nickel arcade, and not that it really mattered because, fuck it. And what's worse is that it's not even just the game, fuck it, I guess it kind of is. Alright, so that was the arcade version. Now let's talk about the NES port. And you can already see one big difference. The title. Super C. Not Super Contra. Super C. Because if you know your history, you might have heard of the Iran-Contra affair. Which, if I'm not mistaken, from what I understand, is, fuck it. However, the weapon stacking was... Oh, okay. But fortunately, that means that the power-ups are conveniently marked with power... Fuck it. You're never gonna get 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 it. Now, as for what grid... Oh man, are they gonna do some... What the fuck are they doing out here? Oh, okay, someone's just simply helping themselves to some free garbage. Moving his shit out to the truck. It was a different era for arcade games at the time. Yep. Okay, I think that's him driving off. That's the recycling truck. That's probably the trash truck. I know, hang on, outrun, No, it's not the garbage truck. It's hauling way too much ass. Now, this game also was a huge part of our childhood. I know me and my brother had the original Contra. We never had Super C, though. My best friend had it. and we would borrow it from him. And from what I remember, we never really gave it back. We eventually got rid of our NES. But, nah, fuck it. Now, as far as I know, this game was not called Fuck it. Man, there's a lot of planes today. Well, a lot of planes this morning. Man, another fucking plane? God. How often does a plane go by? So often you won't even notice. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking church bells going off. Because, what are we, shit, I'm about to fall. Another mind that Patty cons to die is one to take up from no conspiracy at tough. How? Fuck. Ah, man. Oh, I just put my body weight on, like, 3 fingers. It was not very pleasant. Sucking like a crack hack, feeling like an 8-track out of whack. You don't want a kitty cat. One of their more recent albums from 2015. Yeah, fuck it. What you got to do is keep yourself together. Keep everybody warm. Keep everybody warm. And what you got to do is keep yourself together. You feed a fever, man. It's that green waves. The first album made with Ryan Hardy. This was the first album to feature their current drummer, Ryan Harding. This was the first album to feature their current drummer, Ryan Harding. And to once again close on trivia, this was the final release to have the original drummer. Fuck, what was his name? Joe Daniels, okay. Passing up your salad days, creeping up on middle age, chasing down the latest craze. Oh yeah, alright, if you want it then it's great. If you don't you'll have to wait. Doctor help me medicate, doctor give it to me straight. I got to think of luck, find a movie, start a fuck. Coming like a semi truck. I said, well, you know what? Fuck, man, where are all these planes coming from? Jesus Christ. So I decided I needed to buy myself a copy of that album. Alright, these birds are gonna... Well, it's certainly not my most egregious error. Error. Why the fuck did I say error? Just for the record, I considered having the stinger be the last 10 minutes of What Would You Have Me Do? But I'm not going to make my video 10 minutes longer just for a joke. Alright, you know what? I'm actually just going to try recording this because I have no idea why it's doing that, but let's see if this recording even goes properly. Well, I wish I had a more timely antidote for you, but I don't really. I didn't have a Sega CD in the 90s. I didn't get mine until 2001, maybe late 2000. And, well, this was one of the first games I got but we're still talking like a year later. But, man, it was a radically different time. The retro game market just didn't really exist yet. So, I randomly struck up a conversation with someone at high school. The subject of Sega CD came up. And he's... fuck it. Work that sucker to death. Come on now, work that sucker to death. Man, I have got the DTs today. Now, the gameplay is where things get really interesting, because, as I've already gone over, this was not made by the original team. Yuji Naka was not directly involved. He contacted... fuck it. Now, the gameplay is where things get really interesting, because, as I already said, this was not made by the same team that made the other Sonic games. Fuck it. Yes, it's very rudimentary, but this was 1991. Oh, well, actually, I guess it was 1993. Fuck it. Work that sucker to death. Come on now, work that sucker to death. Man, did this come from a Blockbuster or something? It's got a hole in the bottom. I think you don't usually see that, except, Or maybe GameCube. Maybe that is normal for a GameCube box. I don't know. I haven't seen very many GameCube games. Not much to say. Oh, fuck. Hold on. This was our first taste of Christian Whitehead. That kind of sounded nasty, didn't it? Da 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 da. Hey, da da da. Well, if you had to choose a version, which I highly doubt you would, because you really have a Sega CD, hats off to you. But you probably don't, so I would recommend the Sonic Origins version. I mean, why not? You get 4 games. Fuck. Oh, shit. In 1889. 1889. Shit, man. Sega's been in the game a long time. So yes, in the year of 1999. So yeah, in the year of 1999. In the year of 1999. In 1999. In the year of 1999. In 1991, we got 3 new Golden Axe. I should probably look into seeing if I could start fucking filming at night. Yeah, you need to use this one to get to Dungeon 7. No, Dungeon 8. There's no more movies in my town. They shut the place up and tore it down. Another hole in a road of holes. Don't think I'll ever go back home. There ain't no ghosts in your ghost town. There ain't no ghosts in the sky. I was a gold mine, turned to a salt mine. That's what I choose. I am a salt mine. I'll never lose. I am a salt mine. It's what I choose. Whoa, no, we ain't sorry now. Whoa, no, we ain't sorry now. Whoa, no, we ain't sorry. We're all one of us, sooner or later. Now, thankfully, the developers wisely chose not to have the menu be mapped to the start button. Well, I guess that is still the start button. Shit. Anyway, even though this can be negated with the... fuck it. Say that bigger is better when I've seen everything before. Yeah, big shot. Been in any big star. Been in it. You don't mean nothing to me. The world of Golden Axe Warrior is considerably bigger than The Legend of Zelda. A full 15 by 15 grid, which I believe is the limit you could possibly have on an 8-bit console. Fuck it. The world of Golden Axe Warrior is considerably bigger than that of The Legend of Zelda. It's a full 15 by 15 grid, which I believe is the maximum you can have on only 8 bits. But furthermore, the game also is able to... Fuck it. You have to unlock it. Yep. Now, fuck. Sounded really fucking stupid. Ichi ni san chi. Come on, everybody, train karate! Because Japanese civilians aren't really supposed to have guns, so... I guess Date is like the Japanese Kyle Rittenhouse. They even all have their... The game itself is just not... It's a bit of an odd choice because... I'm sure we were all expecting to play as the freaking Mad Dog of Shimano. That actually... That was his name, right? The Mad Dog of Shimano? Let's get back to tricks and how I kind of fucking scratched myself. You fucking recording this time? Piece of shit. American Laser Games. American Laser Games. American Laser Games. It's made by American Laser Games. Okay, so it does actually have 37 titles. Yeah, I got me a new tripod for my camera. Sega Astro City Mini Box. Previously, I used about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Xbox 360 game cases. It's like my entire library. This box is a little bit shorter. I think it's like 12 games high, not 13. And once more, it returns to some of the more elaborate set pieces of Space Pirates. That's not quite how I wanted to say it. And what's more, some of the design is closer to Space Pirates than Mad Dog 2. It's gotta be kind of complicated. I gotta keep track of which games are which. Whereas the dynamic scenes were filmed in the way... How the fuck am I supposed to say this? Shoot, shoot-da-doo, boop-da-doo. Eat your heart out, Grand Theft Auto 3! Actually, no, I guess Grand Theft Auto 1 had swearing. Now, while I could point out that this guy is clearly wearing pants, I don't think he was really meant to be taking a dump. He sat on the toilet to ambush you and catch you off guard. Because he's a piece of shit. Really not a whole lot to say on this one. Especially if you watched my previous reviews. You already have the basic gist. Stacking it up with the others, I would say this is one of the better entries, even if it is pretty vanilla. Sure, it's one of them... Fuck it. Well, I guess it's time to bring out the Knuckles plushie for this episode. Got all three of them on camera at the same time. Oh wait, I guess I already did in number 2. Yeah, you know what, it's fucking warm as shit. So Knuckles and Wade do have some moments that are comparable to Sonic and... What was his fucking name? Tom? Which again goes completely fucking nowhere because Wade is participating in a nationally televised bowling competition and fucking my voice. It was directed by John Whitting... No, wait, no, that's not... Jeff Fowler. Yeah, Jeff Fowler, yep. It was actually directed by Jeff Fowler and written by John Whittingham. John Whittingham. Okay. This episode was not directed by Jeff Fowler, but it was still written by Jeff Whittingham. Fuck. I can edit that out. Just cut the Jeff and just say written by Whittingham. Knuckles is barely in this episode. He basically just appears as bookmarks. Bookends. Fuck it. He's just at the beginning and at the end as bookmarks. Fuck. I don't know what I'd really say about this episode. I don't think I'd go so far as to say it was bad, but probably my least favorite of the bunch. So let's just segue to Chapter 5. Fuck it. You could have easily edited... I should fucking not even be holding that anymore because it's sliding out of the box. Now, like the movie reviews, this video will have spoilers. So I'll just give you the spoiler-free version right now if you're worried. I think you should see it for yourself if you're a fan of the movies. I think you should make your own decisions. It's only 3 hours long, and it's not more expensive than a fucking fuck. Man, it got fucking dark as shit. Good evening, girls and boys. Wait, was it boys? Boils and girls? Good evening, boils and girls. Boils and ghouls. Then you've got the voice acting, which was often a weak link in video games back then. And I gotta say for this sentence, fuck it. Now in mitigation, there's probably a reason for this. The previous games didn't have very many speaking parts. I think the first 3 games only have 5 or 6 characters. Whew, boy, I got winded. There's people that will say I'm no good, 'cause I don't believe in things that I should. And when the final conflict comes, okay. Man, why the fuck are all these planes flying overhead today? Guess everyone's coming in for Columbus weekend. They're probably coming in for the... Wonder if they're coming in for the marathon. Still, guns are quite viable once you get savvy with the game, because you'll find healing items and ammo on your way. Fuck it. On an interesting note, the next fear mode works like Silent Hill 2, as opposed to 1 or 3, where you can start over without actually... Well, I don't even know what the fuck I was about to say. Silent Hill 4. Man, has this franchise been all over the place. First game was exclusively on the PlayStation. Second game came out on the PS2 and the Xbox. Fuck it. But I do feel that the gameplay is otherwise on point. I think the story and the atmosphere and the scares are perfectly on par with Resident... Fuck. Dance like butterflies. Shed us a tear right before my eyes. Sound echo the absurd. Hard to explain. Something that I heard. Recording. Better not piss me off. Man, I don't know how the fuck I really want to start this episode. I mean, this is one of the last things I'm recording. Alright, let's talk chronology here. It's the early noughties, and Silent Hill has really taken off as a franchise. We're already up to the 4th entry, which is just behind Resident Evil at this point in time. But perhaps they were going a little fast because 2003 brought you... Nah, fuck it. Let's talk chronology here. It's the early noughties. Silent Hill has really taken off as a franchise. They're already up to number 4. That was right behind Resident Evil at this point in time. But Silent Hill 3 had just come out, so as it happens, they had another... Fuck it. You know what, I can actually... Yeah, you know what, fuck it. Let's just splice some footage together here. Alright, let's talk chronology real quick here. Silent Hill really took off as a franchise. Fuck it. But of course, this did come with some problems because one team alone couldn't handle 2 games. So they had to assign the task to fucking fuck. Now, of course, if you want to work on 2 games at the same time, you can't really have one team do both of the work. So you had to find some new talent to work on. Fuck. Parasite Eve. I'm not 100% certain how this game came into my life. I know I saw it in a magazine for... Fuck it. Parasite Eve. I don't quite remember how this game came to be part of my life. I know I saw it in some kind of a gaming magazine. I think it was Tips and Tricks. And it seemed interesting to me. God damn it. Parasite Eve. I don't quite remember how this game came to be part of my life. But if it serves me right, read about it in a fucking fuck. The in-game graphics are definitely better than Final Fantasy VII. They're far less polygonal. Polygonal? The fuck is that word? No one ever says it out loud. Man, this motherfucker's gonna be... Actually, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably getting the leaves. While I'm not going to go all in depth on it, the story is quite an unusual beast. It's very scientifically rooted. As the name Parasite suggests, it's very scientific. Fuck it. So on that note, the game is actually an adaptation of... Well, actually, no. Some of the music features operatic singing. Operatic, is that a word? I'm sure it's a word, but that's probably not how it's pronounced. And helping that along is the title, Parasite Eve. Kind of sounds like evil, doesn't it? Back in the day, I know I made this joke, maybe some other people did, that it should have been called Parasite Evil. But in more recent years, I've actually come to start... Fuck. Oh, man. Shifted slightly. The game has no real voice acting, outside of a couple of pre-recorded clips. Fuck. This game does not feature any real voice acting, outside of a couple of vocal clips, some of which are standard. Fuck. There are a variety of weapons in the game, and this being an RPG, there's also some weapons. Fuck. Well, this game is certainly a very interesting hybrid, but as hybrids so often do, it doesn't do especially well. Fuck! Man, my jaw fucking hurts.